Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are back and we are going to be doing the monthly favorites for September. All right, I have a variety of things and I'm just gonna randomly grab what I have in front of me. But I'm gonna start off with the Cover FX blushes. I have two, Pink Dahlia and Warm Honey. I'll show you guys what they look like. This is Pink Dahlia. So on a day where I want more of like a pinky natural flush, this will be the shade that I pull. And I feel like my everyday blush has become Warm Honey, which is this one here. It's just a beautiful blush that goes with everything. I like to really mix both of the shades together because I always like just a little bit of a glow peeking through, and I really haven't been highlighting the way I normally do. So I feel like having the option to add a little bit of a glow without having to add a different highlighter or glowing product. These are amazing. They blend out beautifully. They're super pigmented. And I can't really tell you guys anything other than you need them. I'm gonna move on to a category that is probably the biggest, definitely the biggest this month, and it's foundation. So I have made a point to kind of rotate my foundation. So like depending on how my skin looks, I'll just kind of pick a foundation based on that. Typically I would just have my go-to that I would always pull, but I found myself going through my collection and really putting some items to work. The first one is I rediscovered the Forever Skin Glow by Dior, and I wear the shade 3 Warm Olive. And this foundation, I'm currently a little bit more on the drier side. I feel like this foundation gives me glow. It really sets down to like a satin finish, so it's not like NARS Sheer Glow that just really looks dewy on the skin. This looks more like a satin finish on me, and it wears beautifully all day. When I went back to using this, I was like, oh, I forgot how much I loved you. But it is a beautiful foundation. It gives you medium to full coverage, and it just looks like beautiful skin. Before I move on, just a reminder, all of my foundation shades are listed down below, so if you guys have any questions about other foundation brands, shades that I wear, it's all down there. Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation, and this is in the shade 3W1 Dusk. It looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see if I can. There you go. I have been scraping this to literally get everything out of it, to tell you that I'm pulling the pump out and scraping whatever's left on the inside. This foundation is a beautiful soft matte. It makes your skin look very soft focus, blurred. It gives you coverage. It's, I would say, a solid medium to full coverage. It's very lightweight, it wears long, and it's just a beautiful soft matte foundation. I don't know that I will be repurchasing this right away because I do have a lot of new foundation, and I do have a lot of foundation that I want to try and get through. So I think this one's gonna have to wait a little bit, but I do love this foundation. I'm gonna talk about a combination. So I'm not a mixer. I've recently found that I am mixing my foundations more than I ever have because I feel like I should just be able to pull one foundation and call it a day. But I have the Touche Éclat Le Tint Radiance Awakening foundation, and the shade I have is BD50. So I've had this foundation probably for about 2 years. It's brand new, or was brand new, and I wanted to use it, but if you guys see, this has more of like a pinky beige undertone, and I've never been fully satisfied with the shade range for YSL foundations, but I do like them and I love how they smell. I know that a lot of people have issue with scents, but this scent, I love this scent so much. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't irritate me or anything. So anyway, I do love the way this foundation looks. I love the finish of it. It gives you a beautiful, full, medium coverage, and it just looks like radiant skin. Like, it is a beautiful foundation. So what I've done is I've taken my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue in 123, which was my summer shade. It's a little bit darker for me, and I'm mixing both because, as you guys can see, mixing both will give you my perfect shade. So I have been loving this combination. I've used it quite a bit actually. I probably use it for a little over a week and a half. I'm gonna say 2 weeks, and that's only because I finally have to say like, all right, we need something new. So I do really like this combination. I will tell you guys that unless, I know that they've expanded their shades, YSL, and if they have something that suits my complexion and my undertone better, I may repurchase this. But on its own with this shade, I would pass on it because I'm not satisfied with the actual tone. Meet Your Hue it's a beautiful foundation. I love it. I would recommend this to you guys if you're looking for a soft matte full coverage foundation that wears long. This is a beautiful foundation, but together they are a power couple. Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. It's down to here, and I'm scraping the sides of this. This is in the shade Cookie. I have been using Cookie all over my face. It's my perfect match. I love this concealer. I love using it as a foundation. And truth be told, the foundation is really beautiful, but I don't have my current shade. And again, it's a product that I'm not looking to purchase because I have so many different options, but the concealer is beautiful. It's a great full coverage concealer. It's hydrating. It's long wearing. It doesn't crease once you set it. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful concealer. And as a foundation, or you know, just using it all over your face, you're getting the same long wear, beautiful full coverage finish. So I really love this, and I'm probably going to repurchase this concealer because it is so good. The powder of the month, Fenty Banana Powder. I am pretty much almost out of this. I've been using this every day. I've been using this, and then every now and then I'll use Laura Mercier, but to be honest with you guys, loving this one the most. And you guys know Laura Mercier is my jam. It's the powder that I've used for years, and I've never had an issue with it, but I'm loving this one a lot. I used to have an issue with it being too drying on my skin, but for whatever reason, it might be that my skin has changed. It might be some of the setting options I'm using, but this has been my go-to every day. It stays on my vanity. I use it every day. It's beautiful, smooth, long wearing. This powder makes my makeup wear the longest of all the powders I have. So I really, really recommend that you guys try this. Two fragrances that I won't get into too much because I've mentioned them before. Ellis Brooklyn West. This stuff I love. It smells a little citrusy, woodsy, super clean and fresh. Love it. Makes me happy. And then My Philosophy Grateful. This one is discontinued. You can still find it on Amazon, and I'm sure some other online fragrance stores, but this stuff is amazing. It's one of those scents. Both of these scents make me so happy. They're amazing, clean scents. Like, they're not too sweet, they're not too strong. They are perfection in a bottle. I am going to mention a tool. The Beauty Blender Body Sponge. This sponge, I actually purchased thinking that it was going to be like a beauty blender, but this size. And it ended up being flat, and I was like, aww. And I've had it for a few months, and I just never used it. So I pulled it out, and I'm like, let's see how it works with foundation on the face. And it works just as well as Beauty Blender. It's a little bit firmer, but when you wet it, you're getting that really bouncy technology, but again, it's a little bit firmer. It blends out foundation beautifully. It gets makeup on fast, and I'm sure that on the body it's beautiful, but I don't wear body makeup, so I wouldn't know. But it does do a beautiful job at applying your makeup. But again, my ride or die, Juno & Co. I have two setting sprays I want to talk about. The Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray with Aloe, Cucumber, and Green Tea. Holla. This spray, as you guys can see, I'm almost out of. I love this spray. I feel like it just makes my skin look really glowy and dewy, and it hydrates my skin. So I like to use it before makeup. I like to use it after makeup. It's just one of those products that you can use at any time. I've even found myself using it once I've removed my makeup and applied my skincare. Like sometimes I just need a little extra boost of hydration, so I'll go in with this and it's amazing. The other nice thing about this brand is that it's super affordable. You could buy it at Ulta, at Sephora, buy it at Sephora. And really just in most places that sell professional products. This is fantastic. You won't be disappointed. You will really enjoy it. It's just a very light, fresh product. I've got another one and she's pricey. The Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. I just shook it, so it's about halfway done, I would say. I love this so much. It smells so good. It smells like the watermelon Jolly Rancher, like everyone says. It has a beautiful, super fine mist. It's so fine that you don't even feel it on your face. So I can see why people go overboard with it. I am somebody that naturally wants to pile on the setting spray, but I really find myself slowing down with this one because it is pretty pricey. I want to say it was about $28, and you only get 2.5 fluid ounces, a little over 2.5 fluid ounces. Whereas with this one, I want to say it's under $20 and you're getting 8 fluid ounces. So just to kind of give you an idea of pricing, but this is so pretty. It leaves your skin feeling a little tacky, but your makeup stays in place. It just looks like you have beautiful glowy skin. I find myself kind of going extra on my cheeks because I want my cheeks to look a little bit glowier, and I love the way this smells, but I do find myself just kind of going 1, 2, 3, done. And I may go over it one other time depending on how my skin is looking that day, but it does feel really good on the skin. It's hydrating. Again, it looks really like just your skin looks lived in. It looks like you applied your makeup 8 hours ago, but everything is still like perfectly in place, but now your oil is just naturally peeking through your makeup. I don't know if that makes sense. Like there comes a moment where you know, you've worn your makeup for a few hours and then you look at yourself and you're like, damn, my skin looks really glowy and pretty. That's what this does, while extending the wear of your makeup. Like it's pretty amazing, but again, it's $28 and it's hard for me to say you need to go get it because I personally really love it, but it is pricey for not even 3 ounces of product. If you're teeter-tottering and you're not sure about getting it, but you really want to get it, I would say get it. Get it out of your system. That's what I did. Like I was just like, I want it, but it's got it. I'm not disappointed in it, but it is a little heavier in price range, and I love it, but I don't feel like you need to get it, you know? Like there are other products that have more and you get more for what you're paying. I have a hard time telling you guys to go get it. So smell it, go check it out for yourself. If you love it, then jump into this bandwagon, guys, because it's good. I have 4 lip products. The first one and the funny thing is really what they all have in common is this lip liner. This is Anywhere Caffeine, and this is by Makeup Forever. It's an artist color pencil. I love this pencil so much. I love these pencils. Like you can't go wrong with the Makeup Forever pencils that look like this. And really even the Longwear ones, they make some of my favorite lip liners. This one I've been grabbing more often than not. I just feel like it's a little bit deeper than my lip tone. And it's beautiful, especially when you're layering it with a much muted lip color, which is what we're getting to. So the first one I'm going to talk about is this lip gloss by Hourglass, and this is in the shade Sublime. Sublime is a beige pink nude lip. Let me show you what it looks like. These have a little bit of a minty feel to them. They smell a little minty, but that's what it looks like. They are not sheer glosses. They are definitely more opaque. They are very hydrating. They feel beautiful on the lips. And combined with Anywhere Caffeine, let me show you what that looks like. That's Anywhere Caffeine. I'm going to layer the gloss on top of it so it just gives you an idea of what kind of lip I've been going for. well, you really can't see it because maybe you can. It's so beautiful. It's just, it gives you like that beautiful, perfect nude, defined pouty lip. It's just, it's a great product. Now, the other product that I have been using a ton of, and I've had for a while, but I just really wasn't feeling the vibe until now, is what I have on. I have on the same lip liner, and I'm using Fenty Unbutton. I love this lip combination. I love the kind of nude it is. It's like a peachy nude. It's warm, it's beautiful, and I feel like it's the perfect nude for me at this moment. It just, man, it looks so good. I love, love, love this lip combination, and it's the one that I always want to grab for when I'm wearing like a little bit more shadow, a smoky eye, or when I'm filming, I'm like, oh, I need a nude lip. Boom. That's what I want to grab for, and it's just, it's beautiful. Two more products, one being the Fenty Beauty Concealer, and this is in the shade 290. This is a concealer that I have been using when I want a little bit more of a brighter finish. For a quick minute, my under eye was just a little bit more dry, and it was difficult to wear something like this because it is a foundation that can be drier on the under eye. Now I'm finding that I don't have an issue with it. My eyes are perfectly hydrated. I got my skin under control, and I do feel like this gives me coverage, it gives me brightness, it wears all day, and it sets itself. So have been enjoying this a lot. The last thing I want to talk about is a hair product, and this is a Sephora hair dry shampoo, and this is what it looks like. It was, I think, $8, and you're getting almost you're getting a little over 7.5 ounces. This has a very clean scent to it. It gives your hair grit. So if you're somebody that wants your dry shampoo to give you a little bit of texture and grit, this is a great one. Now, here's my issue, okay? I love this for that reason, that it gives you volume, it gives your hair texture. My hair is very fine. I have a lot of hair, but it's very fine, and sometimes my hair can just weigh down and just looks flat. I like a dry shampoo or a product that will give me volume. Now, typically when my hair is looking limp and flat, it's because my hair hasn't been washed. I go typically 3 to 4 days without washing my hair, and I really rely on dry shampoo. So this product smells nice. It gives me volume. Is it the best at absorbing oil? No. If you look at the reviews, it has, I think, 3 stars on Sephora's website, and a lot of people complain about it feeling too sticky or too gritty. They don't, some people said that it doesn't absorb oil at all. I think depending on your level of oiliness, like I know people who have super oily hair, this probably won't absorb the oil in your hair. I would say I'm pretty normal when it comes to just getting oily, and I've also trained my hair to go, you know, at max 4 days without being washed. So for me, it's like dry shampoo works. Would I solely rely on this to absorb my oil? But I would say for day 2, 3 hair, this will get the job done. You'll get volume. It'll absorb some of the oil so that your hair doesn't look super oily. Finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about is St. Tropez bronzer. I have been using the life out of this. As you guys can tell, it's been loved. There's a nice little dip in the middle, and I've been using this every single day. I haven't pulled for any other bronzer. I love this stuff so much. I have it on today, and it just gives you the most natural golden finish. Like, it is so beautiful. It's smooth, it's buildable, you can pile it on, and it never looks like you have an excessive amount of bronzer on. It just looks super warm and natural. that's all I have. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know what some of your favorites are.